Hello, I'm Daniel, and welcome to the Emunah Project. We here at the Emunah Project are continuing in our series of videos with respect to information, education, inspiration, guidance, and advice to Noahides, to converts to Judaism, and to the Baalei Tshuva, the people who were born Jewish but are now returning to Judaism. And I'm reminded of a verse in the book of Numbers, chapter 7, verse 1, where it says, "And it was on that day that Moses finished setting up the Mishkan, the Tabernacle." Moses finished. And a very perceptive young lady came to me with respect to this verse, and she says, "What is the Torah talking about?" It wasn't Moses who set up the tabernacle. It was Bezalel, Oholiav, an entire crew of craftsmen and artisans and the Levites, and Moses didn't do it. Why is the Torah saying Moses did it? He didn't do it. And how can one person do it? It's impossible, physically impossible. The walls alone, heavy, and beams, and what's the Torah talking about? How can one person do it? And I said to her, as I so often do, you're not the very first person to ask this question. Moses himself, in the Midrash Tanhuma to Parshas Pekudei, quotes Moses as asking God, how is it possible for a man to set up the walls of the Mishkan, of the tabernacle, on his own? At the pshat, at the basic black and white surface level, he's talking about the physicality, the physics of how can I do beams and walls and curtains. And anyone who's had a look at what was involved in the erecting of the Mishkan, of the Tabernacle, it's a lot of work. It takes a small army of men to do it. Although Bezalel and everyone did the actual work, the Torah ascribes the honor to Moshe Rabbeinu, to Moses, because he was the one who had this tenacious dedication to getting things exactly right, exactly according to the wish of God, exactly to the instructions, the walls, the beams, the pillars, the curtains, the utensils, the artifacts, everything that was made according to precise dimensions. And that each craftsperson who did the work executed his task exactly right. This is what honored him with the distinction of erecting the tabernacle. It is said that when Moses was about to erect the tabernacle, there was these two schools of thought. One, they were talking about it and planning it and setting up meetings and discussions, and nothing ever came of it. And the other ones thought, oh, well, we can do this, and they tried to set it up, or they were thinking about how to do it, but it never got off the ground. It just failed. So too these days, whenever there's a project on hand, you seem to have the people who are talking and planning and meeting and discussion, and they never accomplish it. And the other ones who think they could do it without God's help, and it falls flat in his face. Anyone who's trying to set up Jewish institutions, Torah learning, schools, whatever, this kind of stuff is a process, and a process that has to follow a certain way. Talk alone is cheap. Going ahead without proper planning, without trust and faith in God, it's probably not going to work out so well. These institutions which transmit Torah values to us and also to the next generation. This kind of Judaism is an ongoing performance. It's not a one-act thing. It's an ongoing performance, no intermissions. You have to go through it. There's no ceasing in the process of growth. It has to go on. And we have to trust and seek divine inspiration, divine guidance, divine help to achieve our goal of a Kiddush Shem Shemaim, sanctification of the name of heaven. We're going to be doing more videos along these lines. Please come back, please watch, please learn. And until next time, on behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel, and thank you so much.